Welcome to the jungle, gets worse here every day. You'll learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. Welcome to the jungle, na 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 na, bring you to your knees. Yes, we're going to talk about that jungle. And it says, if you got a hunger for what you see, you'll take it eventually. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. Welcome to the jungle. Well, are we seeing more of a jungle?
We certainly are, Lee.
I know it.
And there are a couple people, good friends of ours, who are really seeing it up close and personal.
Yes.
It's not nice out there.
Well, let's tell the most recent story, and we've got more, but let's just jump right in. Our good friend Tyler had a very serious incident last night at 10 o'clock in Austin, Texas. And this is the second incident, but we'll go into this one because it's the most recent. Right. You can start.
Well, Tyler was walking into the McDonald's to get a cup of coffee. He was working, doing his Uber Eats deliveries, and he just happened to notice out of the corner of his eye a car that was driving through the drive-thru, I guess, or approaching the drive-thru. It just looked funny, so he looked over, and here it has two mattresses, not one, but two mattresses tied to the roof of the car. And he was kind of looking at it funny, and I guess the guy that was driving said, "Hey, what are you doing? You got something else better to look at? Don't be staring at my stuff," and blah, 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 blah. And then what did he do?
Well, I just listened to the share that he sent me, the audio share, and he got out. I guess he yelled some gay slurs at him, and then he got out to go in, and he was up behind him, wasn't he? Is that how it went?
I thought that Tyler was just walking into McDonald's.
Okay, well, you finish it.
Because otherwise, how would he have seen Tyler staring at him?
Well, I thought that in the car. I thought when he was pulling into the car. Okay, you're right. You're probably right. You tell the story because he's got it down better. Yeah, well, you read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, then the guy got all excited and cursing him up one side and down the other. And the guy stuck a shotgun out of the window of the vehicle.
Yeah.
He didn't fire, thank God.
Yeah.
But what in the world is going on in this? I don't know, I was going to say the world. Is it just our country or what?
Yeah.
And that's not all. There are other things that we know of.
Well, one of the problems then is that he called 911, but this wasn't the second time, and I'll tell you the other story later, which I think was at another McDonald's, wasn't it? Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Well, come to think of it, it might have been.
Well, anyways, and it took them 20 minutes to get the call through because what they've done in Austin, Texas, they've defunded almost to nothing the police force and the 911 situation, the system. So they've defunded that. But, yeah, and so it took them 20 minutes to get through. They said they were very busy. They had a lot of calls that night in Austin, Texas.
Well, of course, this was Saturday night.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Wild and crazy night, quite often.
Yeah, but it's Saturday night here, too. I mean.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first, and it's Welcome to the Jungle. Yes. Yep.
And we're not trying to make light of it. I mean, this is a serious situation.
Yeah.
When someone pulls a gun on you, that's pretty sad.
Yeah. So we've got three more incidences because one of our friends on our Facebook group said she stayed in Tucson and she was glad to get out because a couple things happened. Right. But let's catch everybody up on where we are and what we're doing.
Well, we're back at home sweet home. Home sweet winter home, if you will.
Yes, I know, our winter home.
And the best part about coming home from the desert is taking a shower.
I know. We went to Planet Fitness. I feel clean. I mean, you've seen my videos. Okay, I will mention that we filmed taking down the tent. I can't even show you. I was complaining so much, you'd be like, who is this lady? I was, I couldn't even breathe. The wind was blowing again so hard. I was tearing. I couldn't breathe. I was a phlegm machine, producing phlegm. And it was just, I was exhausted.
And here we are trying to fold up not only the tent, once we got it down, which was the easiest part, but we had tarps, we had the ground cover from the tent, and the wind is blowing,
and it was wet under there because of the rain. And we had to let everything dry out.
Yeah.
So we were stuck in the middle.
And I have to say, pat myself on the back a little bit. Mm-hmm. I knew that Lee was quite befuddled, should we say. And I just let her go. I just kept my mouth shut and said,
He's very patient.
I didn't go so far to say, Lee, would you just chill out? It's going to be okay. No. I knew better than that.
Well, the under black tarp, I can show you. I'll put this up here. The black tarp, it went whack, and the wind blew it and whack, and just dirt all over the back of me, and it stung. It was like, I looked at the time, I said, it's not you, it's the wind, I hate. I was cursing
and we learned that you can yell as hard as you want to the wind to stop. And you can even pray about it.
Yeah.
You know what?
I actually prayed. I said, Lord Jesus, please stop the wind. I think it did come down. It did come down a little bit.
It did.
It did. I mean, but I was just like, it's now prayer time. I'm exhausted. Sometimes I didn't have any energy yesterday.
It was getting warmer. It was warming up to 70 something. And the wind and
yeah.
So we love that tent. We love that tent.
I know.
It's fantastic, but it does sometimes give us. It's hard to take.
I'm not perfect. I am not perfect by a long shot, and I can get very frustrated sometimes, and I do not lose my temper and yell. I'm not a yeller, except the wind stop. But damn you, yeah. But no, I mean. It's just, I'm not perfect and he's not perfect and you're not perfect. We get frustrated and it's just the way it is. Life can get frustrating sometimes. And I feel a lot of frustration. I mean, I'm the one that wanted to go out there. I thought I was going to get more done.
It was all her idea, ladies and gentlemen.
But I thought I'd get more done. And the rain, the wind, the day before, and then the rain after, and then dealing with trying to clean up. There's 3 days. It's gone. It's just gone. And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm over this. I won't be going back to Quartzsite till next season, way back months later. Done with Quartzsite. Yeah. And, yeah.
Well, what other, let's go on with our descriptions of what other stuff is going on.
Yes.
To people that we know.
Let's deal with Cindy. Let's revisit what happened to her when she'd only been in her van for 17 days. But let me give a backdrop on Cindy, the backstory. She's got a ProMaster van exactly like Paul's, only she's, got decorated differently, but it's the same make and model, right?
She has it decorated much differently.
Right, but it's the same make and model.
Right.
And she's had it for a while, and she's been working on it for a couple of years almost. But she thought that she would be retiring from her job, but she realized that she's ready to move into it and just keep working so that she can get it all paid off before she does take off, and then she'll retire. Well, she wasn't out there only 17 days, and I think it was raining that day. It was raining?
It was, yeah.
And she was in the back. She thought with her key fob that she locked it, but she didn't. But even still, I left my door open, but I thought it was locked, but it wasn't. And she was in the back, and she heard something in here, and in the front, and she opened the curtain, and there's a man sitting in her front seat. Yeah.
Crazy.
She screamed at him. She said she didn't get a weapon. She didn't think fast enough on that.
Yeah.
But what did she do? She screamed at him?
Well, she said, get the heck out of my van, in so many words.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I'm just trying to get in out of the rain. She said, I don't care. Get out of here. How am I doing, Cindy? Is that close to what?
Yeah, I know.
But not trying to make light. I can't imagine hearing something in the front of my van and finding somebody sitting in my driver's seat. Are you kidding me? No, that's not something I want to experience, and I'm sure it was terribly unnerving for Cindy.
Yeah. Well, here's how could that be prevented? Because I don't know exactly how Cindy has her front set up, but I'm going to advocate that you never leave the front of your rig open, and then like have a curtain closed here.
You mean the windshield?
The windshield and the side windows.
Okay.
I'm an advocate for closing everything off because they can't see if there's somebody in here. If they're looking in and they can see in here and they don't see anybody in here, they're more apt to take something or break in. But and this is my opinion, and it might not be yours, but this is my opinion, is that close everything up. Don't leave any windows undone. Close them up.
No.
Now, you don't have to because you have Abby, and she's a bigger dog. Unless you've got a big dog. I wouldn't have a little dog out because all you got to do is reach in and grab him, and then you can steal the dog, too.
Yeah.
I mean, a little dog might alert you, but if you go into the store and you think you can keep your windows down for the little dog, and that's going to keep you safe, I in my opinion, no. And my opinion is only for me, right? I'm going to do what's best for my rig, and you're going to do what's best for yours, and I want you to do what's best for yours. If you want to leave your little dog in there, but I have a suspicion that might not be a good idea, and I'm just laying that out. I say close everything up, because if it's not, they're going to see. Now, they could see the curtains pulled, and they think, oh, well, maybe somebody's back there, but I can get what I want and they might not be able to do anything. In fact, I could probably hotwire this where they're back there and then go take them and kidnap them. Not only take the car, I've got a person, possibly. But my feeling is if you can't see anything, they don't know if there's a 200-pound muscle builder in the back. They don't know. Right. They don't know if there's somebody sitting right in the front seat. They go to open the door and then bam, take them down, or shoot them.
Right.
So so I don't know if Cindy had actually had these closed up, but I'm gonna suggest that she does from now on, have them closed up. Well, let's go to Cindy's second most recent.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she was, I believe, in bed this time.
It was, wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
Like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she could feel her van moving.
Yeah.
And she looked out, I believe, and saw another vehicle next to hers.
A Jeep.
Right.
Yeah.
And she thought, well, maybe they just mistakenly ran into the side of my van. Not
like they bumped into it. Yeah.
Bumped into it. Right.
Right. Well, she saw him get in his Jeep to get something. Yeah. He got something, and then she looked over, and she could see security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what kind of parking area she was parking in.
Yeah, I don't even know either.
But evidently there was security there, which just boggles my mind.
I know.
Because the guy took off in the Jeep, and she decided, I'm not going to park right here anymore.
Yeah.
And so she started to pull away, and she heard this dragging sound. So she gets out, and what the guy was doing, or he and his cohorts were doing, was trying to drain her gas tank. Right there where it was parked.
Well, the reason that the van moved is because they punched a hole in her gas tank.
Yeah.
They literally punched a hole in her gas tank and had a pan. It was a big, like a sink pan, like a plastic tub. And that's what was dragging. It had gas in it. It was filled with gas. They had drained her gas tank.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So right now, she is staying at her daughter's, and it's going to be a good week before they can get her van fixed. It's going to cost her a lot of money.
Yeah.
They have to put a whole new gas tank in. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? We've heard a lot of instances that the catalytic converters on vehicles are being stolen.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that have made a profession out of it. They can do it just as quick as you please. Get down there, cut that thing off, and be on their way, and they're worth some money.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that was going to be their next thing to take off her vehicle. But
Yeah.
man, oh man, it's just, what is going on? It boggles my mind.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, there you go.
It gets worse every day.
Yeah,
We're all living like animals in the jungle where we play.
yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to the jungle. Put you to your knees.
And then our friend Tyler, that we told you about just now, was his second incident in Austin, Texas.
It was.
That would unnerve me, I know. Do you recall exactly how that went, Lee?
Yeah, I'll tell that story. For Tyler, this happened in Austin. This happened about a month ago. He does Uber Eats and DoorDash. And he was in line at McDonald's again. I don't think it's the same one, but who knows? And he was I think there was a car in the window. I think at this age, there was two windows.
Yeah,
one window had pulled up, one car had pulled up, and then there was another car that was at the second window. And then there was a car here, and then there was Tyler. And something was going down, and the lady in the first car came over, and they started getting in an argument. I don't know, not with the people in McDonald's, but these are this customer ahead was coming at this one lady. I don't know, maybe she was parked too close, or who knows. And when she pulled ahead, but anyways, all of a sudden, Tyler was getting kind of nervous. She was screaming at this lady in the car, and he started getting nervous. So he started like, I'm going to get out of line. I'm getting out of here. He sensed something, and all of a sudden, he looked as he's pulling away. She got out and with a gun and just shot the lady in the car. Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Crazy.
Yeah, so he had parked on the other side trying to call the police, couldn't get through. Yeah, same thing again. Everything's pretty much defunded in Austin, Texas, by the way. So the reason he wanted to go to Austin, because he'd been there before and he really enjoyed being there a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. But things have really changed. The thing is, it's both of them have said to me, because as soon as this happened with Cindy, she texted me and let me know about this. Because we're really good friends. And she goes, why is this happening to me? Well, listening to Tyler's audio today, he said, Lee, why is this happening to me? That must be the thing to say. Why is this happening to me?
Yeah, and that would make you wonder.
I know. And
if both of those experience two different instances of trouble in a relatively short period of time, it's like, am I doing something wrong here? What is going on? Why me?
Well, one of the reasons Tyler wanted to leave San Diego, he was in San Diego, he wanted to leave there. He was doing Uber Eats, and he had dropped off some food for this guy. Well, the guy didn't like something, I don't know, got in the car and literally chased Tyler down. Tyler was like this. I mean, he just like, wow. So there's, well, my advice, I don't know about the incident when Cindy had her gas drained. And this only happened 2 days ago, or a day and a half ago. Seriously. And she's in California on the coast. So these might be hot spots. I think maybe they're going to start cropping up. But again, were these windows covered? I'll have to ask Cindy. I don't know. Or she can comment. Let us know, Cindy, were they covered? Because if they were covered, I mean, that may have deterred, like, ooh, somebody's in there. That's weird that, I can't see in there. If they look in here and they see that it's empty in the front, they think, oh, it's just a car parked here. To blatantly drain somebody's gas tank when you think there might be somebody in there, that's pretty bold. But maybe it is such a jungle that nowadays that they don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, gas like that, that's weird. Like you said, for gas, they must really be hurting for gas.
Well, in California, we know that the prices of gasoline are higher.
Do you know how high they are?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't either. Wow.
I think our friends Ron and Debbie, they were talking about it, and I want to say they were like saying it was between $5 and $6 a gallon.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that,
Yeah.
but I think so.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Or maybe it's like, it's like black market gas. They're going to sell to somebody else.
Crazy.
But, yeah. And then the incident that somebody had mentioned, they were in Tucson on our Facebook group.
Oh yeah.
They said they were at the Cracker Barrel and somebody banged on her door, and she took off.
Yeah.
We've stayed there many times and we've never had
problem.
anything. And then she said in another area where she moved, the last night she was there, she heard gunshots. Well, I've heard gunshots. And when I lived here, I've heard gunshots way off. You don't know where it's coming from. But yeah, I mean, I've never had a gun pulled on me. What I try not to do is look at anybody. When I'm driving, I don't look at anybody. I don't, because if you look at somebody or stare at them, oh my gosh, you never know, what they might want to do. If you're driving, don't provoke. Just keep your eyes straight. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm wondering, is this going on all over the country? What is going on here?
Let us know because it hasn't happened to us. I've never had anybody bang on my door or my car in the middle of the night. I've never. No. I've had I've had that, and it's the security guard or somebody saying you can't park here, but that, yeah.
And even that hasn't happened very often to you at all.
In 6 years, it's only 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times in 6 years. Yeah.
That's not a big deal.
Yeah. We did park in that one neighborhood that one time. You weren't there yet. We were going to park there, and this guy came, and I didn't roll down the window. I just, what do you want? I rolled it down about that much. I said, what do you want? He goes, well, why do you keep parking here? Why do you and your friend keep parking here? And I said, I go, why? What are you talking about?
What's the big deal?
Yeah, who are you? Who are you? Then it almost came down. I looked at him I said, well, you need to go because now I'm going to call the police. Because he wouldn't leave. I felt he was harassing me. And this was in daylight. It wasn't nighttime yet. I can park there anytime I want to if it's during the day. I hadn't parked there at night yet, right? I mean, think about that. And he's just coming at me and with my window. To me, now he's harassing me. Now I call the cops on you. So, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I said, well, you better go because you're harassing me. I'll call the cops. Yeah. So, but we didn't stay there anymore. Yeah. We were unwelcomed. Yeah. And it wasn't that great a house. I mean, people come and they steal things. I said, well, we don't steal. I'm not a thief.
No.
Yeah. I said, if anything, we'd probably, be on the lookout for anybody that might try to do something like that. But if you don't want us here, okay.
You're not doing any drug deals or anything like that?
Well, maybe he was in his house. He didn't want anybody. What? I mean, who knows? It wasn't that great of a house. I don't know if he had it. Yeah. It was, yeah.
You might have had a little drive-through service going on there.
Well, as I remember, wasn't it that one alley that people were going in there? Maybe it was.
We did see that.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh, yeah. They pulled in maybe in the back door. They were pulling in to get stuff from the back door. Oh my gosh. It didn't even occur to me till right now, right?
Right.
It's funny. Yeah, maybe he's the one. He thought, well, why are you guys staking out, you narcs or something? So, welcome to the jungle. I don't know if anything.
I certainly hope that, we've tried to put people at ease in talking about parking in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And don't worry about it. It's only happened to Lee 3 times in 6 years, for crying out loud.
And that was never in the neighborhood.
And now I'm worried that these other stories are not stories. I don't mean to say it that way, but these instances, these occurrences are coming out. And I hope it doesn't scare people even more into, oh my gosh, where am I going to park? I can't go to Cracker Barrel or a neighborhood or
well, nothing happened at the Cracker Barrel.
Right.
Nothing happened. And it could have been that somebody just was like walking to the car and they just went like that. I mean, not really meaning harm, but just bang on it, just maybe scare the person in there or something. I mean, who knows? But obviously they didn't do anything. They didn't try to break in or anything.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't frighten too easily because a lot of people say, and I am glad to have Paul to travel with. He's a great travel partner. You're a great travel partner.
If I could only dance.
I know. I got to talk about this. But I mean, people say, I'm so glad. I worry about you if you're not. I mean, I was 4.5 years alone, solo, and I was not afraid. I've never been afraid sleeping in my van, ever. I mean, I guess I'm just kind of calm.
You feel at home.
I feel protected. I mean, I've got a higher power that I feel protected by.
Sure.
And, so we wanted to bring you these stories. But, he needs to be watching Dancing with the Stars so you can dance. Somebody left a comment. I know it didn't, but there wasn't a horrible comment, but it is unnerving. Now he gets a taste of it too. It's kind of like a real put down, and when you read it kind of it's a sting, and you all would feel it. People say, "Lee, quit worrying about it. Don't worry." Well, it's a sting. It's a zing, more of a zing. They said, "Oh, Lee, Paul, you could do better than that. Haven't you ever watched Dancing with the Stars on that dance? We did the cha-cha slide, and." It's free, and as far as I'm concerned, it's free entertainment. We put these out for free, and it's just we thought it'd be entertaining for somebody to sing like that. I find it. I felt you felt zing, didn't you?
Well, I thought, get a life. I mean, is it even worth it making that comment? I don't want to keep anybody from making decent comments,
right.
But. It's like,
I know.
We're just having fun and trying to entertain all you folks out there.
Well, it's not even just a jungle out there. It's a jungle in there, too.
Yeah.
Welcome to the jungle.
That's true.
Yeah. We love you guys. Thank you for all of you that make really nice comments. You're the one that you brought it up on the dancing. Yeah, I thought he did good because to me, that's funny. Not to laugh at him, but to laugh with him. He got up there. He knows he can't dance. I mean, he knows. He's the person that I can't dance. I said, well,
never have been able to.
Yeah. I
think,
left
feet.
We're dancing. I will tell you, and a lot of you know this already. It's called musicality. You gain it. One of the ways that you can get your children to get musicality is to dance with them when they're babies. That's what happens. That when you dance with your babies and you're going like this, they get musicality, and then they can get the movement, and that carries on into their adulthood.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's called musicality. Yeah. And so dance with your babies so they all can dance. Yeah. So, we love you guys. Please subscribe. Thumbs up. Minivanlee.com for neck gaiters. I got them on.
Yeah.
Neck gaiters.
I don't. Doesn't this look unsightly? This naked neck here, crying out loud.
I mean, you sure? We should have.
But it's nearly 70. I think it is 75 here in Tucson today. So That's why I just have a t-shirt, and I've been in sweatshirts for, it seems like, 4 months.
I know.
It has been a cold
I think
winter.
spring is finally here. Spring has sprung. And I'm going to enjoy Tucson now. And I can actually get outside at the park and start exercising again.
You're looking forward to that. I know you
yes.
are.
And I've got the glasses. And I've got the exercise tapes. The exercise videos. They're not tapes, they're videos. And I've got the book. How to Live in a Minivan, the Minivan Leeway.
That's right.
Yeah. So, bye everybody.
Take care, folks.
Be safe and cover your windows.
Yeah.
Yes, cover your windows. Look to the mattresses. Don't look to the mattresses. Don't go to the mattresses.
Man.
Yes. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye now.
I'll take you where the sun is always shining. A bite of the apple found in Eden. Oh, 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 man is never sleeping. Are you up, oh, 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 a sweet stimulation. Guess this is your station. Better than the country, welcome to the city. But the girls are pretty and the boys are too. If you want a lover, you will find plenty. And they do it all, but they don't say I love you. Get your sexy on, get your sexy on, get your sexy on. Welcome to the city, it's a turn on. Get it all, get it baby, but don't say I love you. Welcome to the city. Welcome to the city.